Good evening, everyone. Myself Anirudh, and today I'll be hosting this webinar, and I am a management trainee at Adore. So before we dive in, let me just introduce about Adore. Adore is a global network of students and young professionals like ourselves, all passionate about inspiring youth to make a positive impact. We connect youth and established professionals and offer a platform to learn from their journeys. Now, on behalf of Team Pyramid and Adore, we are thrilled to welcome you to this webinar of on way of taking charge of your health and well-being. To make this session even more engaging, we kindly request everyone to switch on the cameras. And now the moment we all have been waiting for, our esteemed guest, speaker for today, Mr. Yves Patrick, who is an inspiring health advocate and passionate about digital health. Ms. Yves Patrick, it is true honor to have you with us today. We are all eager to gain valuable insights from your expertise. Now the floor is all yours. You may start.
Thank you very much, and Lud. It's very honored to be here, and I very appreciate everyone who managed his or her time to be available here. So, as the host said, so we are going to go through the taking charge of your health and the well-being. So, I I chose this topic because, as we know all, our health is a first priority in our life cycle or in our life of being. So, in these slides or in this conversation, I wish that I need that this can be an interactive discussion where you can give some points where we can discuss because all I believe that we know much about the health. So we are going to see a different pillars and we are going to see what we need to work on, what we need to do to make our life on the top or on the priority things that we have to think about it. So without further delay, let me start. I hope you are seeing my screen. Uh, you can use
Yes, it is visible, Patrick.
all right, that's good. Thank you. All right. So all we know there are different understandings of or different people where they write different things about the health. For example, like this one called Virgil, they state that the greatest wealth is health. I believe everyone here agree with me on this quote. Also, other man who calls Arabian, he stated the proverbs, which is state that he who has a health has hope, and he who has a hope has everything. We get hope through our life because we are living. You can't live and you can have hope. That's impossible. So also there are other like the youth are the architects of the tomorrow's world, and I see in the audience there are some more people who considered as youth at the age. So if we want to build or if we want to architect our future, so it's only that we have a life, so we have to use our life in this way that I'm going to use or that I'm going to show you in my slides. So, here there is the discussion. So, what do you think? Do you think that this man who stated this was or were correct, or do you think this is a very important thing that we can talk in this lifetime? So, and what you prioritize on this, what you can choose or to go with. So that thing that you can think on, you can take like a little bit time, and you can thinking about that in order to understand this conversation or this discussion. So let's continue. According to WHO, we state that someone have a healthy life or is or health due to according he or she has a complete physical, mental, and social well-being. So here it's mean in what you do, it's mean how you think, or how you decide, how you take decision, and how you live within the community. So when you everything in this point or in this when you take one of each in this pillar and you think that you are complete and you are not have any disease, or you even you don't have any problems or morbidities, you considered as that you have a health or a good health. So here is it's a count like four things that you have to recall on these slides that we have to think about health physically. You have to think like your health mentally, what you think, when you are going to take decision, how do you take decision? Is it like people with some problems mentally? So the third is a social health, how you live with others. So here with we can define in different way. First is yourself and the community that you are living in. So how do you take them? So the fourth one, it's about when you don't have a disease. So in this context, we consider that this man or woman or living beings, he or she is has a good health. So that's the pillars of the health that's contain different things. So let's go through it. Let's dig in. Start with the well-being. So when you say a well-being, what does it mean? It's all about the positive states experienced by individual, the society. So this the society. How do you work on something, or individual? How do you work on something? That's the context that we say that he or she has a well-being. So you can interpolate, or you can interpolate like in this first image. So do you think so? How your brain feeds? So what do you put in your brain? What do you put in your mind? That's something that make you have a well-being. So the second image shows us some aspects that you want to be a well-being. So mentally, physically, financially, sometimes, but financially, it's not something which can be fast things, or how on your work, or on how you work in the community, and even the social in the society. So this meaning much in the relationship. How you do you live with your partner? How do you live with your brothers? How do you live with your family? Something like that. So let's dig in. Starts on what we need to do, or what do we need to remember about our health. So these first things that we need to tackling is about the nutrition. So when you understand the nutrition, you can understand it in two contexts. First three, it's about the physical health, and second, it's about the mental health. So why I state that, it's all about because we in the nutrients, in nutrients is where we found the food. It's where we found a different kind of food, and different kind of I can say it's a plate or food. So it's where we found the balanced diets, and balanced diets, it's one thing that we need to focus on because it helps us just in the growth, in order to be a good youth, or in order to be a good adults. You have it depends on your background, how you take your nutrients, how your mother helped you or your family. So the second things that we need to talk about is about the mental function. So here it's different foods contain a different proteins, or they contain different carbohydrates, contain different of vitamins. And these vitamins, it's there to help us in the functionality of our brain or our immune system. So when you understand that two things, that will help you to choose a good plate, or that will help you to choose a good kind of food which can help you. Let's take an example. You're going in the restaurant and you choose, for example, some people choose only the carbohydrates, or some people choose a junk food. So do you think junk food is going to contain a uh, different kind of balanced diet? No, you can't find a protein, you can't find vitamins. You are going to find the fats and the carbohydrates, and that's not what we want. So you're going to have a muscle strength, you are going to have something else like, but you are not going to work or to build your brain. So how you think. So in that example, you understand that if you don't take such as vitamins and proteins or some fats, your brains will not going to work properly. So you are going to face with deep with the problem in the mental health. So, here is something that you need to know is that we have also to consider on the quantity that we take and the frequency. So when you take a high frequency, you can build with different problem like diabetes and other conditions which affect our body. But if you are going to take the normal one, you're going to live good and in the quantity what you want. So you don't want to overeat. So I will consider on that. So I give you the first photo, which shows something that we need to talk or that we need to take in our plate with a different nutrients. All right, let's take some practice tips. So you have to focus on your plate. Is there vegetables? There are fruits? Is there our grains or a lean proteins? So this is something that you need to focus, or you need to, before you take the plate, before you serve yourself, you have to think on this. This will help you. So I don't talk much on the quantity. So you need to have some quantities. You need to have a fruits, even if it can be one, that's needed. And that's very good things. The second one, it's about the portion control. So we have to avoid overeating. This can cause you a different problem. As a youth, we know you can experience, you can have different problem in your gastrointestine. You can have different problem because you get overeat. So, and it's not good things. So even in the nutrition, we don't forget about the water. We need to be hydrated. We need to take water. So here is the formula that you can use to calculate your the water that you need to take to per day. So you have to calculate. Need to take your kilograms and multiply with 0.03. So you can get the quantity that you can take every day, and this can help you. So I think you get something on the first thing that we talked about, which is nutrition. So we are going to go to the next one because of the time, but I will try my best that you can get some points or you can remind something on every topic. So it's about the physical activity. I know, or in prevalently, we know that youth, some of them or most of them, they don't uh, focus on the physical activities. Some of them they neglect. They think that we don't have to work on this, so they are focused on other things but don't focusing on the physical activities. And this is a very things that we need to tackling on, because incident research shows that we still have the problem of non-communicable disease, and which uh, uh, nowadays developed in the youth. So imagine that you can find someone with 25 years old and have diabetes and have hypertension. It's a very uh, serious things, and it's not wanted things. So here we need to considering on the regular exercise. When we say regular exercise, it's mean that we have to plan. We have to say that I'm going to work on to do some workouts Monday, Thursday, for example, and Sunday. So you have to make like that plan. and make it. Don't disrupt it. So you have to make it and write something where and you can do it regularly. So regularly, it help much on our functionality of the our heart and muscles. So when you do something regular, so it's something you are building your heart in the functionality. So you can't you can't attacked by different condition. So the second one, the third one, it's about the muscle strength and bones. I know in the youth we know someone or some of our youth know that we when you do a workout, when you do an physical exercise, so your muscle strengthen. So also something else which is very good, it's about the boosting mental health. So in this context, you have to remember that when you do physical exercise, it's the time where you are going to feel well emotionally. So you can't have an angry, you can't have the problem, the conflict with the others. So when you do a physical exercise, it helps you in the mind, in the reflection. Yes. So here is something that you have to note or some exercise that you have to work on. The first, it's about the aerobic exercise. I know most of us knows about it. The strength and training and the flexibility exercises. It's something which is not require a much energy or so someone pull or used to do a physical exercise on the something which is strong, but here you have to do something which is a flexible, like a yoga, a meditation. That's good kind of physical exercise. So what you need to know, as I have stated, we have to set the personal fitness plan. We have to set a goal and we have to make a workout. Even you can plan that every day I'm going to take a 15 minutes or 30 minutes to work on or to do my fitness, to increase my fitness. That's very simple things and we can work on. I know youth, we love our life, we love our health. So that's why we need to focus on this. So some people think that we are restricted on some physical exercise due to our age. Yeah, of course. Obviously, we have, for example, someone's with 50s, so he have to think on the exercise which can work on because not all these one are good for. So we need to select accordingly to our age. So the sad things, which is very, very interesting and very, very good things we have to tackling, it's about the mental health and well-being. When you say a mental health, you see how I am talking, you see uh, how you are listening to what I'm talking. It's all about the mental health. So in this context, we say about the emotion, psychologically, and a social well-being. So social well-being comes. So as you have get from the pillar of the health, so it's where we found a mental health. So here we are going to focus on the emotion and psychological. So when you say psychological, much on it's all about the thinking, how you're thinking, how your brain processing. So and emotion considered in the emotional how your brain react on something when you face with the problem, how your brain react. So it's all about that. So here we need to maintain our mental health, and 19% of our body we have to maintain our mental health. So how we need to maintain our mental health? First things is to manage a stress and anxiety. If you are youth, we know that we are facing with different problem, like in a relationship, we are facing with different problem about thinking what we will do in the future and how I can complete my daily work. So even if you don't manage your stress, you are killing your body, you are killing your brain, your mindset, your mind, how you mind your work. So the seven things which is somehow neglected to the youth, it's all about the seeking help. Some of the youth not uh not understand this, or not even, they are very shame to say, for example, I can reach to another and I can say, brother, my brother, I have this problem. So in my relationship, my girlfriend or my boyfriend have break me. So can you help me, or can you have me confidentiality? What an advice can you give me? So that thing we need to focus on. Please, please, youth. This is a very thing good. We need to to put in our mind that this is very needed. So you can see this picture. Mm, I take from the I think it's from the AI, because you see some words not good, but here I want to show some of the complications that we face, and due when we use that different tips, we can overcome that. So we are facing different problem, but brother, let's search someone. Even it can be one, it can be your mother, can be your best friend, and you can tell a different thing or different problem that you are facing in that time. Yeah, that can help you. So that's what the third things we are going to fourth. It's very also interesting things and fascinating. It's all about the health relationship. So when we say a health relationship, it's very connected to the social health. Yeah, health relationship and communication. So I have given you example that when you have problem, you can reach to your friend. Like give you example, I can live to another, I can tell him different problem that I'm facing. So if you are a listener, or you have to mark this, or you have even to have this character. First of all, you have to be active listening. I can't give you, I can't tell you my secret if you are not any active listener. I can't, because I can't believe you. How can I believe you? So the second thing, it's all about the expressing yourself. So if you are talking to someone, show him that you trust him. So this means in your word, how the flow of your words. So you don't have to say this something, sometimes when you are saying the story, we can sometimes go wrong, you can say wrong, but here you have to express yourself. What's in your mind, what's in your heart. So other things which can help us as a youth, it's about the setting boundaries. Most of youth, we face a problem through the peer pressure. Peer pressure, we can have positive, a good, and we can have a wrong peer pressure. So when you have good, that's it's a blessing. But when you have uh long people, they elect you in things which can destroy your life. They elect you in smoking, they elect you in drinking over beer. So that things can damage your health. So we have to to focus, or we have to pay attention on these bad things. The fourth one, it's about the building trust. So don't think that you are going to say someone your problem if you don't even trust him, or if you don't allow him to show you more about him, and you trust him because what of he or she tells you. So this is something that also we need to focus. This is also, as you have said, it's a found in the social health in our community. From community start from you, family, uh, and sector, even up to the country. So that's kind of the community. So we have to organize, or we have to plan how we have to interact with different people. So the fifth one, it's about the internet attention. I come up with this idea because or some of research, for example, like research from the United Kingdom or from their previous concerns found that most of the youth they spend like I can say it, a midday or spend a much time on the or while using the social medias or internet things, finding news, something like that. And I think that's not good things on our mind, how we think. Even most of people these days comes somehow becoming lazy. It's about because their attention's much on the internet. So we have to balance the screen time for protection of our eyes, and eyes, somehow connected to our brain. The second thing, we have to evaluate the online health information. Here, I want to mention that not all health information online is accurate. You know, most of the rumors, they are fake news, which is very, very most on the internet. So we have to look for the credible sources, like a health. If you have to find if you have to find some tips, something which can help you, you have to look on the credible source because they are there. But also there are or other a website which is not good for us. So we have to pay attention on this. So also the third thing that I have mentioned, it's about the using the social media. Some people using social media negatively through what they are saying. Some people's lies much on the social media. Most of youth here knows. Uh, Also the rumors, some fake news spread or disseminate on the social media. So we have to use it positively. We have to share a positive health message. We have to support others in the health journey, but due to the positive things, not negative things, because that's good. That's good. Then this also this picture, it was I put it here because to see if you can discuss something. So what time do you spend on the internet? Or what time do you spend on the social media? What time do you spend on social media? So we have different different response, but we need to be attention on this because can cause a different problem. So about six, it's going to be similar like a fifth one or a fourth one. It's this the sixth. It's about the interactive activities. So if you are youth, we don't need to be a lazy people because we are the one who are going to build or to architect our future. So we have to consider a group discussion, but in a positive way. Look everything in a positive way. So if you are talking with someone, are you talking something which is needed? Are you talking to him or her something uh, which is good? So we have to pay attention. So hands-on activity. So when you are at home, do we help our family member, or we are talking to them that we are very Superman. We can't cook, we can't wash dishes. So that's a problem. So we have to overcome, or we have to come up with that long things. We have to think positively. So other things, it's role playing scenarios. So in your community, what are you doing in the community? Do you helping someone in the community? So we have to think, we have to pay attention to this. So also this is much concern to our sisters, our girls. So about understanding the sexual and reproductive health. So I mentioned a girl because we know the one who who face with different problem during uh, uh, early productive health. So that's why I particularly come up on this. So this is a very think it's a very crucial aspect. So we need to think or to consider About safe practice, we need to work on the consent and access to the services. Some girls, they don't have some services, and that things it's really discourage her or discourage a woman or guy in their health, because this is a very thing that we need to focus on, because most of people face with different problem through the reproductive health. We know someone who get the are pregnant. No, it's not very good. All right, I think you get something that we need to have to hear. We need to understand something about the reproductive as a man and a women. So it's the eighth. It's about the preventive healthcare. So here is it's concerned to the community, or for example, on about the regular checkups and vaccination. So this will help us to have a good health through if we have been vaccinated, we will not face with some different diseases which are spreading in different way. So we have also to recognize the early signs of common health issues. Some of the youth, they don't want to go to the hospital, they don't go to seek for the health support, but that's not good things. So if you have headache, you have some problem, so you have to consult the doctor or nurse to help you. So also we have to think about on the health on the access of the health resource in our community. So there are some resources that we need to have at our home. For example, traditionally we know how our our family used to treat us when we are been sick. So that thing that we have to know is when you get a headache, so what you do? Some people drink water, some people have some remedies to take. So about also the fourth one is about the sick doctor, and when you feel bad, immediately. This will help you to have a good health, to think well, be positive in the physically and even the social. So I come on the conclusion. That was the last tips or right thing that we need to consider. On the conclusion, we all need to maintain our life and our well-beings. This will help. This will take a time. This is not easy things. I know most of the youth. This is not. It's not simple things, but we have to take as it a crucial things that we need to work on. We have to think about on this. So this, or if we do that tips, if we do that's advice that we got from this slide, we help to have a good life. And here is something also you need to be attentive about the hygiene. Some people's don't consider the hygiene, but we have also to consider it, because hygiene, it can help to prevent a different disease. But if you don't have a good hygiene or cleanliness, so you can face with the problem which is come up with the because you don't have a hygiene. So also we have to consider it, because it will help us uh, from physically and the social beings, because people need to be smart. We need to be smart. That will help us to reach our message. Even some people's we understand it because our hygiene. So thank you very much for your attention. And here we need to you have to think on this question: what do you take home? What do you think in the community? So thank you very much. I thank the host and I thank the audience. So I believe that you get something from this slide, and it's very honored to be here and speaking something about the health. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patrick, for sharing such information with all of us and making us think about the things that sometimes we take, for granted about mental health and physical health. So thank you so much for bringing such a good topic to our attention. Now I open the floor for questions for the audience, and Mr. Patrick will be answering such questions. So you can ask those questions in the chat box, and Patrick will be answering those.
You can come up with the question. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
Patrick,
everyone. Yeah.
I
Okay,
have
on
a
let's start.
question. What techniques can we use to overcome stress?
Sorry, come again. Let me write somewhere.
What techniques can we use to overcome our stress?
All right. Yeah, I get the point. Thank you. Okay. Can I answer this or we can wait?
Yeah, it is up to you. No problem. You can answer it later. Anyone else has any other question?
Yes, Patrick, thank you for sharing your thoughts on the topic of health and well-being. I have a question that we are doing work in an online world, in an internet world right now, and we are sitting throughout the day. So, what exercises can we do during our times when we are feel fatigue or when we feel stress, like we are doing this much while sitting in the same position for throughout the day? So, what exercises can you prefer to us, like we can do while sitting?
Okay. So the question is about the on the internet things.
No, the question is about like we are sitting throughout the day and working in front of
Mhm.
laptop and mobile phones. So, what preventive measures can we take to reduce our stress while working?
A preventive measure. Okay.
Yeah, to remove, to like minimize the stress.
Okay. To minimize the stress. All
Yes,
right. I get you. I get you. Thank you, brother.
because we can't be able to remove the whole stress from our life. So it will be there, but we have to manage it.
Yeah.
You can think it up and like told me about in the end of the session.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get you.
Yes, Sakshi.
Yes, I'm getting you. So can I go with these two questions?
Yeah, just wait. Two more participants have questions.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, Sakshi and Tamanna. Yes, please go ahead.
What practices could you adopt to enhance your mental health?
Practices to maintain a mental health. That's question.
Yes,
What
All right.
practices could you adopt to enhance your mental health?
yes, Patrick, you can answer the questions.
All right. Okay. Let me go with that question. And if someone have others, you can write in the textbook or you can come up here. So, okay. Thank you very much. The first question was come from the Vandit. It was how we can manage the stress. Stress. Thank you. I'm going to answer this question. Firstly, on going with this line. So, first of all, the stress is very, very bad thing, which we can face because the stress have a bad effect on every parts of our body or every system of our body. So, as I have stated that it affects every part of the body or the systematically of our body. That means it affects cardiovascular systems. Cardiovascular, it's about the heart. It affects the how we believe in the pulmonary. Even also about the our gastrointestine. So here there are different tips that we can work on or we can do to manage the stress. First thing we need to think about, as I have stated, we have to think about the physical exercises. So we have to work a physical exercises. Let's take a scenario. So let's say that you walk every day. You take a 30 minutes to work on a workout like a push-up, everything, or you learn in the compound, something like that. So that things it help you to your day to be good. So different healthcare providers uh, state that we need to work on the physical exercise. That's the first thing. A second thing, it's about there a technique which help me when I have stress to leave the stress. So if it's possible, I can share with you. Or it's the stress, they call it a deep breathing. Deep breathing. So I think some of us know about it. A deep breathing, where you take a deep breathing, like in the 1 minute, and you breathe out. So that thing which can help you to leave the stress. So the third thing that you have to consider also, it's about the what you eat, the nutrition. Nutrition can help you to relieve the stress. Okay, thank you very much. From the question from the Patak, it's somehow similar to the question from Vandit. Uh, but I think Vandit, you get the answer? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So from the Patak, it's all about the prevention of the or what's the measures we can take to prevent the stress. So first thing we have to know in reality, we can prevent a stress 100%. Because in every situation, like how we are talking to in this conversation, you can have the stress because you are thinking on what you are going to do after this. You are thinking on how what thinking you are what thing you are going to take, or what think something that something everything that you are going to work on. So here it's that we can't manage a stress 100%, but we can relieve. So the problem is that it's not that I have the stress, or it's not that I faced with something which caused me to have stress. But the problem, the what we need to think about, it's about if I am in that problem, how can I resolve it? If I am facing with that the stress situation, how can I resolve it? All right, thank you. The third question was from the I'm not well remember the name, but it was about the practice to maintain a mental health. So, mental health, as I have said, it's in different aspects. First of all, is in emotionally, and also is in I state that the emotionally and psychological things, or how you're thinking, how you split your thoughts. So, uh, here we have to think that we have to consider to have a good friends. We have to consider to have a good peer pressure, because this can help us. Also, we also need to consider about how we live with others. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think you get the point, what you have to work on. So I can share with you the slides, or even I can share with you the resources, because you can get different resources on different websites. Thank you.
Yes, Anirudh, please continue.
Hello, Patrick. I have just one last question. Uh, can you tell me, like, see, there is a, stigma in people, especially men, that they cannot.
Come up with your question.
I was asking that, see, there is a stigma among men that we cannot speak about our mental health. So, can you give any ideas like how we can start that conversation among men, especially?
About the conversation that you can have.
Yes, like we are not able to speak our what is in our mind, right? We are taught from a young
But
age that we
there is
don't have to express.
some comments in the chat board. You say, Bori, what? Don't.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, my question is that since men are not able to speak about their issues, what are the things that we can do to start speaking about it?
About the mental health.
Yes,
So
about the
yeah,
mental health of men, because we are not able to discuss it freely, right? So, what we can do to start speaking?
all right, thank you. I have
Mm-hmm.
mentioned different tips that you can do starting from the community. So here I go with the perspective that you go, or it depends on the conversation that you're starting with someone or where comes from. But the problem is not someone where comes from, because some people's in this, mostly in the youth, they do something which is criticize, and that's not good thing, because you can't listen what someone talking without doing some criticize. Or some people do racism also. That's not very good things that we need to avoid it if we need to go to, or if we need the development. So from your question, it's about that we have to think when you're going to take someone, you have to know uh, about you just were in your conversation, what you want to discuss with him, and also if you know his well-being will help you. So now I'm not good, but I think I can share with you some of tips that you can have. Thank you.
Okay, so since now there are no other questions, so we are at the end of our webinar. So before leaving, I would like to tell everyone that we are posting a link in the chat box. Okay, that is for the feedback. Everyone, please click on the link and put a feedback regarding the webinar. And thank you everyone for joining. And thank you, Patrick, for giving us your time and this information regarding the mental health and all the health of the body and how to keep it safe and how to be healthy. So thank you, everyone. Just give your feedback and then leave the meeting.
Okay,
Thank you so
thank you.
much.